Alright guys, so with these new remote start modules for the VE Commodores on the automatic vehicles, a few of the guys are having problems programming this to their vehicle, and it's basically an issue with the method that they're using. So I'm going to run through the programming a little bit now to make sure everyone that gets these does not have a problem. So first up, this is the new module. This is our version 3. It's got a DC3. It has the module, the software all built in, pre-programmed, ready to go. And it'll come with this plug and play harness that you install into the vehicle, and we've got our install video online so you can actually link to that. But we're going to do the programming instructions right here. Now once you've actually installed this harness, which is very easy to do, the next step is actually programming it to the car. Now for all you guys out there, when you start your programming, I want you to start at this stage where it's actually got the vehicle shut up and you can have it locked, and start from this position once that harness is actually in the vehicle. Now you want to unlock it, open the door. Now at this stage, I want you to take the key and this little latch here, I want you to click it. It'll click twice. You can actually shut the latch once, twice. Now what that does is simulate the door actually being shut, and that's quite important for when you're testing this system to make sure it is actually shut. At that stage, you want to come over here to plug in the module, and you've got these two plugs, and it doesn't matter which one goes in first, but we tend to put this little one in first, then you're going to plug in the big one. Now from here, the next stage is to take your key and click it once to accessories, and that will bring up a red light. From here, you'll go to ignition after a couple of seconds, and then it will either go green straight away, or if not, start the vehicle from there, and it will still be red and it may start clicking. At that stage, you've got to give it up to 60 seconds for it to continue to get those green lights. It might not always do it straight away. Once you do get those green lights, you then need to learn the tachometer level, which is the level of the car for when it started. So you put your foot or hand on the brake, and the little button on the side here, you're going to press. It'll light up red, and then after a couple of seconds, that will go green as you continue to hold the foot brake, and it'll click as well. Now that means it's actually learnt the tacho level of where it's going to release the starter. Now that's completely programmed now, and when you go to test this, the new system is lock, unlock, lock. And a couple of things are important. A, you must have your bonnet closed. It's a safety thing. B, your handbrake must be up. If your handbrake is not up, it may start, but it'll shut straight down. Okay, so these are two safety things. Those things, bonnet closed, handbrake up. Now, this is simulated the door shut. If the door is open, it may do the same thing. It will start and shut down. So you want to make sure the door is shut, which is what we latched at the start of this video. And if we hit lock, unlock, lock, it will then go through the starting procedure. You'll see lights on the module, and you'll notice that it will start, and it will continue to run then. Now that's completely programmed. If you do make a mistake, you can restart that procedure again. And I'm going to show you, this is how you would reset it in case you made a mistake. I strongly suggest going back and starting all over again, but you could unplug the main big one, main big plug, press the button and hold it, plug that back in, wait till it flashes red, there we go, and hold it for a couple seconds and release. Now that's back at the start, the program again, so we can actually then try it again. Accessories, ignition, start, and see, this took a little bit longer, so sometimes it can take up to 60 seconds to do. So there you go, it did take a little bit longer, but again, now you need to learn the tacho level once more. So every time you reset that, you'd have to do that whole procedure again. And this will learn the tack level. There you go. And she's completely started. So at this stage, you want to unlock this latch at the very end when you've finished all your testing and installation. To do that, make sure your lock is unlocked and click the handle, okay? And that will open it back up, and you'll actually see this flick back open, and you can latch it again if you want to see. If you want to see this, it'll click open like that. It won't do any damage if you accidentally shut it and you forgot to do that. It'll just hit on the striker on the door. You just make a loud noise. It won't damage anything, but just make sure it's shut. And then when you're out of the vehicle, you can tie that up now, put your dash back, but it will work every time. Okay, so on those modules, sometimes guys will get 2 red flashes. If it does do that, that means there was an issue with the firmware and a conflict with the car. The firmware will be need to reload it on it, and that's a continuous 2 flashes over and over. Very, very rare to see, but if you have that, contact us online. We can reload the firmware for you. It's not an issue. All right, guys, hopefully that makes it easy.